have tested thousands of products over the past 8 years, lotions, oils. I do love a body butter though. I also have dry skin, so if you're on the hunt for body butters that have better ingredients, better, cleaner, not regulated terms, these are the ones that I have tried and have liked, and I'm going to share them with you today. There's 5, so buckle up. Let's dive into my list. Here we go. Nobody could pay to get on here. I'm talking about these because I really like them. I've been a body butter person for a really long time. I want to say it started back in the day with Body Shop, RIP. So great. Their little body butters. Oh, I loved their cocoa body butter. The things about body butters that turn me off and turn probably other people off is when they're really hard to massage into the skin, or they feel really greasy or oily, or they're just scented off. Everyone has a different scent profile that they like. Weleda was one that I liked. I'm not talking about these in any specific order, but their skin food body butter, they came out with glass packaging. Yay. It's under $20 at $19.99. Double yay. 5 fluid ounces. So you're getting a good amount of product. I have already liked their skin food moisturizer. So when they came out with a body butter, I was curious. I was like, is it going to be too dense? Because their moisturizer, even in the light form, if you know, it is rich and intense and great for dry skin types. If you're living in like the Colorados, the Arizonas, you probably know about the skin food. OG skin food. Cruelty-free water-based formula. The only thing about the ingredients here is they do not speak about what their fragrance is comprised of. You're going to hear essential oils, but for reactive skin types, it's really doing that segment a disservice because you need to know what is inside. That's going to be a deal breaker for some people. I have some other body butter that I'm going to talk about on my hand, and it feels like, oh, it's amazing. Anyway, texture of this is very much so a dense but whipped texture. It's almost velvety on application. A little bit goes a long way, and I don't feel like I spend 5 minutes after the shower rubbing this in. You know what I mean? That's a big problem with a lot of lotions that I've tried. The scent here is very citrus, very fresh, not floral, not woodsy. It happens to be one of my favorite scents in this group. There's another one that I die for. It's a great price point, but those could be a couple of things that would deter you, the scent and then the fragrance, lack of transparency. The next is a new to me. It's the priciest on the list. Really cool background story, but is the Le Prunier Plum Body Butter. Plum Body Body Butter. They just call it Plum Body. Listen, it's $80. It's a little insane for 200 milliliters, which I looked it up. It's 6.7 fluid ounces, which seems to be the average for this category. But you can also buy 15 milliliters for $30, so you can try it out and not have to invest too much money. Again, no one's paying me to say this. I'm just trying to give you a reason why you might want to try it and not have to throw down all that money. Le Prunier is all about upcycling plum kernels. There's generations that have been on a farm in California. It's very romantic. It's cruelty-free, organic. They're all about those ingredients, and they're all about sustainability. They have a sustainable, regenerative farm out there. It's just cool. Like, I kind of want to go. The texture is almost like a rich pudding to the touch. When you apply it on, it almost looks like it's going to give you the white lotion, dreaded white lotion thing that doesn't melt in. And it does for a second, but then it melts right in. It melts in so well, and it doesn't leave anything on top of your skin. You feel hydration, but I don't feel oily with this. It's beautiful. Again, I'm a big texture person. I feel like I do go through this a little bit faster. Those with the lighter consistencies, I can pick up more because I like it and I use more. That's probably a lack of self-control on my part. The scent is basically non-existent. There's no real sensorial experience here. For some of you, you're going to want to try something else because you love that part of it. Oh, the other thing that I really want to mention about this one is I don't like to use the phrase, I'm going to say pro-aging well, and you're going to have to guess what the phrase is that I don't want to say. It sounds like schmanti-schmaging. Know what I mean? This has a lot of skincare boosted benefits. It's supposed to address the appearance of fine lines and redness. I test these for minimum 2 weeks. I'm about at the 2 week mark with this, but I'm going to give it longer because they talk about redness and my skin can get red. Sometimes it just depends. So I'm going to see how it works on the redness. I'm very excited about that actually. The next is from Innersense, which we know is a hair care line, but they did recently launch body care. I don't know if it's recent anymore. Anyway, this is their Blissful Body Butter, $42. 6.7 fluid ounces again. Vegan, cruelty-free, organic ingredients is the real hero here. It reminds me a lot of another body butter from True Botanicals, which, go figure, is also on this list. The ingredients, in fact, are very similar, like the shea butter, the cocoa butters. The oils are really beautiful inside this. They do have salicylic acid in this one, though. I don't think True Botanicals has that. So it's a BHA. I do like seeing it in a product. I also used to suffer from KP, so I'm friends with salicylic acid. We go way back. We're like tight. They are very strong when it comes to prioritizing environmental impact, which I like to see. They're not the brand that's saying we are striving to be better by 2028. They're showing what they're doing right now. Thank you. Refreshing. Breath of fresh air. Love that. Texture. So this is one of the products that the Le Prunier reminds me of. This is a lighter weight product. You're looking for the rich, dense, kind of more like the Weleda. I feel like that's whipped, but just dense. It feels more like a butter, honestly. It feels more like an actual butter. This feels more like a jelly or a pudding. I'm back into, I think I might need to buy pudding or something. That's what this gives me, but it's really nice and it glides on nicely, instantly kind of soaks in. It is very quick and absorbing, like the Le Prunier. There's barely a scent. It does have, I think lavender is the strongest note that I can smell. Very subtle in my opinion. So if you don't want anything overwhelming, this could be a good option for you. Try something else if you're looking for that scent. If you're like, I need the scents. I need to have like aromatherapy on my body when I get out of the shower or bath. 2 more to go. Osea Undaria Algae Body Butter. I tried this a long time ago. It's $56 for 6.7. I know, if you're eye rolling and you're like, these prices, Britt. I'm like, I know. I get it. I'm just telling you the ones that I really like, and I'm giving you some $20 options in there, or just maybe one. But this is vegan, Leaping Bunny certified, Undaria seaweed whipped shea butter, plant-derived amino acids. You've got ceramides in here. They're boosting it with a lot of those goodies. There's also oats, which was interesting, calming, sunflower seed oil, grapefruit peel, grape seed oil. Grapefruit peel you can smell. First one with sodium hyaluronate, I think. However, this one has the word parfum. I haven't received a breakdown, but I remember when I first tried it, I didn't get a breakdown of what that actually means because it's a proprietary blend. So you're not going to get full transparency. Jar is made of glass. They give you recycling instructions. The cap is made of PCR. Love to see that. The texture of this is 100% hitting that pudding mark. I think this might be one of my favorites with the Le Prunier. Feels great going on. A little too easy to put on. I actually went through this way too fast. Not just because I was heavy-handed with it, but because of the scent. The scent, which is, I don't even know what's inside of it. It smells like luxurious Fruit Loops. Why I'm talking about cereal, I don't know, but that's just my olfactory senses pulling a memory, right? That's what I'm smelling. Fancy Fruit Loops. The brand was far more eloquent in their description of this product. They say grapefruit, lime, cypress, combined with sweet notes of mango mandarin. Very mango forward. If you prefer something that does not have an overwhelming scent, not into the fruity scents, you want woodsy, and you want something that's a little bit richer and denser, then this might not be for you. You can try something else that I've mentioned. By the way, it did not leave a greasy mess on top of the skin. However, it does give a nice glow, which could be kind of annoying if you're putting clothing on top of it. So you got to give it a minute. So does the Le Prunier, which I currently have on my skin. The final option, which was bittersweet for me because I really, really like it, but I'll tell you why I don't put it on my favorites list. So this is the True Botanicals Pure Radiance Body Butter. True story, I've had this for a very long time. I haven't even put a strong dent in this. Very small amount, glides on nicely. I'm not putting a little bit here, trying to get to the bottom of the arm and being like, uh-oh, I need more. I didn't have that with anything that I'm talking about. That happens to be one of My biggest pet peeves, because I am a nighttime shower person, by the time I get there, I just want to go to bed. I'm so excited to go to bed. The patience level the tolerance is so low by the end of the day. So the formula uses organic ingredients. They really, really focus on the integrity behind not only the ingredients, the sourcing, all elements of the supply chain, and they talk about it and they show it. They're not just talking, they're showing it. These are made safe ingredients. It's quite a list. Oils in here are some of my all-time favorite oils for face and body. Moringa, rosehip seed oil, jojoba. I sound insane. I hear myself talking and I'm like, who are you? Sea buckthorn is one of my all-time favorite oils for my face, the body. It's usually pretty expensive when I find it, and it's higher quality. I like it all, except for the cedar and sandalwood oils. Texture of this is richer. You can feel it. It's denser. It doesn't just pick right up. It doesn't have the viscosity of like a wetter gel forward formula. I am really getting into the descriptors today. It is more velvety, more buttery. It's like a traditional body butter. But what's interesting is when you apply it, it kind of changes a little bit. I was thinking it was going to be dense and oily, and it really wasn't for me. It is hydrating. There are oils in it, and you do feel that on your skin, but it's never been something where I've put clothing on afterwards and it's been like sliding up against the oil. It just had the visual of Ross and Friends with the lotion and the leather pants. Oh, that's such a good episode. Here's the drawback for me, personal call, the scent. It's strong. It is woodsy, it is earthy, it is warm, it has sandalwood, cedar wood, it's wood. There's wood mixed with citrus. I love citrus. I don't really like the wood scents, which is a bummer because this happens to be one of my top picks on this list. Even for the price, I think it's amazing and it lasts a very long time. So what I am just manifesting in this video is that they create another scent, anything. Like citrus primarily, but like brighter, fresh, maybe a little more fruit forward. I don't know. They're based in Mill Valley, so trees, I get it, but like just a little bit further north, there's a lot of fruit. I'm sure we got plums from the prunier people. You got grapes from wine country. I'm going to call True Botanicals and have a conversation. Also, the scent does not dissipate quickly. I think I gave you enough of a variety. I'm sure I can add more. And I know one of you is going to ask me if I'm going to try the Primally Pure. It feels like it's the most popular question. I will look into that and give it a shot. I just haven't bought it yet. I am a body butter person, as I admitted at the beginning of this video. However, I really don't discriminate when it comes to moisturizing my skin. I have body serums that I have loved. I have body oils that I have enjoyed. If you want to see my favorites, you can check them out on Britt's Picks. A link to that and everything that I mentioned here will be below, or I have a couple of videos over here that'll just walk you through exactly what's on the latest list. If you enjoyed this and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It's a little thing that makes a huge difference over here, and I will see you right back here real soon. Until then, bye. Just an elder millennial trying to bring side parts back one YouTube video at a time, you know?